It is said that the first time a girl came to her aunt's house, she was likely to turn into a nine-tailed fox, so her grandmother called all the girls in the family for a checkup. Unexpectedly, Shiyu was found out, and her grandmother showed a strange smile on her face, and then she found a few accomplices to hold the girl dead. She took out a 100-year-old steel needle and stabbed it down, and it hurt Shiyu to scream, but her grandmother was like she couldn't hear it until she stabbed 9,981 needles into a circle to stop. The strange thing is that the circle actually formed a pattern, and this pattern coincides with what is recorded in the ancient book, so it can be determined that Shiyu is the girl who inherited the nine-tailed fox blood. As long as you kill her the moment before you wake up on the night of the moon, you can live a long life by eating her flesh and drinking her blood. So her grandmother and her son-in-law began to prepare for her marriage to cover up the family's unbearable things. Unexpectedly, Shiyu was still immersed in the joy of marrying into the Ming and Wang clans. She followed the rules of the family, and the girl who was about to get married isolated herself for 7 days. During this period, she was not allowed to contact anyone, and she had to maintain purity. Every night, she would take a bath and drink music, tea, and make her heart clean and transparent, and she would receive the energy of the moonlight to pray. The old monster of the other side of the family seemed to have smelled the smell of Shiyu's heart. Soon after, the evil smile that appeared in an instant. Soon after, the night of the moon came, and Shiyu, who was asleep, was dragged out by the people of the tribe. The shape is the same as her dead cousin, and her mouth is choked to death. Although the people across the street were blindfolded, Shiyu recognized at a glance that she was Xiaowen. Xiaowen looked at her beloved sister in front of her eyes, and she couldn't get off her hands at all. The brother's sword fell on one side, and he picked up the sword from the ground and stabbed Shiyu's chest without hesitation. And all of this happened to be seen by the sister who was driven here. She cried out to stop it, but the crowd ignored it and threw the body directly into the well. Soon after, the moon in the sky turned into a starry sky, but Shiyu didn't turn into a nine-tailed fox. I don't know where the mistake happened to kill the nine-tailed fox. However, the elder of the family did not care. Binqing would rather kill 100 people than let go of a person's crookedness. I don't know how many innocent girls were killed. After Mingyu knew all this, anger and resentment and hatred accumulated in one body. Her body changed. It turned out that Mingyu was the girl who had the blood of the nine-tailed fox. This is also the nine-tailed fox that the family has seen for the first time in 400 years. She came to the court and began to open the murder case. The man involved in this matter has no credibility. Even her grandfather and the ancestors of the family have not been released. There is only Xiaowen's father left. At this time, Xiaowen rushed over. She begged Mingyu to let go of her father and kept her life silent. The family will never do anything in vain again. Although Mingyu was blinded, she was still conscious. After listening to Xiaowen's words, she thought about her good for herself. In the end, Mingyu fulfilled her wish. She retired and disappeared into the darkness. She never appeared again. 20 years later, Xiaowen, who had become the leader at that time, did not obey the promise at that time. She continued to sacrifice the girls in the family. Long life and prosperity made them lose their humanity. And this is the curse of the nine-tailed fox. Take advantage of the desire of the family for wealth and longevity so that they are willing to devour their blood.